Looking forward to a rewarding, recession-proof career? Our next guest says the physician assistant profession is one of the hottest career fields in medicine right now. In his award-winning book, The Ultimate Guide to Getting into Physician Assistant School, Andrew Rodican coaches aspiring PAs. And he is a 1994 graduate of the Yale University School of Medicine Physician Associate Program. And he's going to fill us in on what it takes to become a physician assistant. Welcome back, Andy.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you. You know, you've been on the show so many times talking about medical supervised weight loss, but today you're focusing on what it takes to be a physician assistant or PA. So for people that aren't familiar with what a PA does, can you give us an idea of what is a PA?
Sure. Very simply, PAs are licensed healthcare professionals who practice medicine. We do about 80% of what a physician does, and write prescriptions, diagnose, treat illnesses, work in every specialty and subspecialty of medicine.
Now, this is a field that really seems to be very competitive right now, and it really seems to be taking off quite a bit, right?
It's been competitive for the last 17 years, at least as far as when I applied to PA school.
Yeah, it's funny because when I go to the doctor, more often than not, it's like I'm seeing the physician assistant in most cases. Because
That's right.
Is that because there's less and less, there's more of a need, or there are less doctors available, or what's going on in that world, Andy?
Well, because yes to both questions. With new healthcare regulations, there are going to be more patients to be seen. PAs are really physician extenders, so we work in practice and see the majority of patients. The physicians concentrate on maybe on more problematic patients, but the PA profession is exploding right now, and it's very difficult to become a PA.
Now, how many PAs are there in the United States, and what's the situation also like here in Connecticut?
75,000 practicing PAs right now. In Connecticut, there are 3 PA programs, Yale, Quinnipiac, and the newest program is the University of Bridgeport.
Now, how long does someone go into one of these programs for before you graduate?
Average program is 26 months after you attain your bachelor's degree. And most programs are master's programs.
Okay, so something like this, and the way it's so competitive out there, how difficult is it to get into these schools right now? You've only got 3 here in Connecticut.
Well, let's put it this way. University of Bridgeport, first year, 1,200 applicants, taking a class of 20.
Wow.
When I applied to Yale, 780 applicants for a class of 25, and that was back in 1992.
Now, what are some of the reasons that people aren't getting accepted into these schools? Is there a secret, or is there a formula to be able to get accepted into these schools? Are they looking for certain kinds of people, or what?
Well, absolutely, there are certain basic criteria. However, even people who are what I call paper stars, look phenomenal 4.0 hard science GPAs, make the simplest errors when applying to PA school, getting bad letters of recommendation, not being able to write an essay that really creates emotional impact so the interviewer will want to meet you. And then when you get to the interview, just totally blowing the interview. Why do you want to become a PA?
Yeah.
People are like, why are you asking me that? Well, you're applying to PA school. I mean, you should have a 250-word answer prepared for that.
All right. Now, the Bureau of Labor Statistics projects a 39% increase in PA jobs by 2018. That kind of increase, why?
Well, again, the profession is really growing because medical residents, they're cutting their hours again. Medical residents used to work, 7 days straight. Now, the new regulations, they cannot work so many hours in a row. So PAs fill into those spots. 32 million more people will now have access to health care based on new regulations. PAs will fill that role. But PAs do a phenomenal job in health care.
And there's a big...
They're cost-effective also.
There's a big need for them in the Army now, too, right?
I'm a former Navy corpsman attached to the Marines. I'm a Vietnam-era corpsman, but right now the majority of medical folks out in the field in Iraq, Afghanistan are physician assistants. And they also, when the veterans come back in the VA hospitals, the government is the #1 employer of PAs.
All right, and that brings us to AJR Associates. And how does utilizing a coach enhance your chances for success in this new career?
Well, look, medical school applicants can spend $3,000 to $7,000 just preparing to take their MCATs or tests to get in. So we help coach people on writing an essay that will get them an interview. That's the goal of the essay, to get the interview. It's the only subjective part of your application. And if you have spelling errors, or you do not, you use the passive voice a lot in your essay, or you do not know how to make that emotional connection on paper, you won't get the interview. Once you get to the interview, you need to understand behavioral type questions, like describe a time when. Well, that's your cue to tell a story, not to just give a generalized answer. You better have a 250-word answer already to why you want to become a physician assistant, and not just, oh, I've always been fascinated by medicine, well, or I love to help people.
Right.
Firemen help people, doctors help people, nurses help people. Why do you want to become a physician assistant?
All right, now we know you're offering a free webinar. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Right, the 5 major mistakes applicants make when applying to PA school.
Okay.
We offer that webinar once a week, and it's really revealing and will really help the applicant do much better.
It's a free webinar. You can't beat it free, Andy.
It's free.
How do people sign up?
Go to our website, AndrewRodican.com, and it's right there. Just sign up.
AndrewRodican.com. You can sign up right there. It's a free webinar. Now, you say you do this on just about a weekly basis?
Correct.
All right. That's the key going for any kind of job, is get a good coach. You get you want a professional coach to help you with whatever the profession is that you're trying to get into, right?
I literally wrote the book on getting into PA school.
You got to love it.
Doesn't get much better.
He wrote the book on it. If people want to get a hold of the book, how do they get the book, Andy?
Go to my website, AndrewRodican.com.
All right. If you would like more information, check out his website or go to our website. We'll have a link right there for you. Thanks a lot, Andy.
See, thank you.
Good stuff. Really appreciate it.